Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first Adapted Soccer Power Rankings. It's week 2 of the season, and me and Reese here decided.
Hello.
Yep, there he is. We decided that after 2 weeks of playing, we thought that now would be a good time to do the power rankings. So let's get right into it. How will this work? Each week, me and my co-analyst here, Reese, will make power rankings that we can agree on. We'll highlight both the PI and CI divisions. The top 5 in CI and the top 3 in PI will be in the spotlight. And let's get right into it. So, PI rankings 8 through 4. This was actually very difficult because not all PI teams have played. But,
Hence, you can look at 5 and 6.
yeah,
Robbinsdale,
Robbinsdale and
Dakota.
Dakota United have yet to play a game. Plus, I truly believe that St. Paul Humboldt had a really good showing against a certain team that you will see high up on the rankings here.
Oh yeah, they definitely did. When I got the score back from the player that I asked for it from, I was like, really 5-2?
Yeah,
Dang. Okay. So I'm like, either Minneapolis just fell off a cliff from last year, or they had some players out, or they just didn't play all their best players.
yeah, and honestly, we won't know until later in the year which one of that is true or what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, and Anoka was also surprisingly hard to rank because I mean, it's Anoka. Who did they play?
They played Park Center and they
They played
lost six
Park.
0
Yeah, and they lost 6-0. So, 6-zip loss, not exactly the best showing, but it's against a really good team in Park.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Dakota, obviously, they haven't played a game yet, and they're gonna be almost a completely new team without myself or Reese, which is kind of hilarious. Um,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what else there really is to say about the Hawks. Robbinsdale, I will say, I got their latest Facebook post up on my phone right now. Lots of fun at the girls' volleyball game. And it looks like at least the PI team, I'm pretty sure that's just the PI team actually, went to Robbinsdale. Which one's the Falcons? Is that Armstrong? I think that's Armstrong.
I believe that sounds like Armstrong because I think Cooper is the Hawks. I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right. So they went to the Armstrong girls volleyball game as a team, and that might boost their spirits. Sounds like they have a really good relationship with the volleyball team there, so that's good to see. And then we've got Rochester.
I think 6 through 4 is going to be entirely different teams because for Dakota United, half the team was seniors,
Yeah,
you and me included, and then for Robbinsdale, new goalie, new center person, like
yeah,
somebody.
they've still got what's his name, Hector Vega Flores.
And
Uh,
then too, but who knows if he's gonna play?
I will say in the photos that I have seen from Robbinsdale's Facebook, it doesn't look like Grady's there in any of them, which
Okay,
it's not a
there
good
you go.
sign for Robbinsdale because Grady was a really good player.
Yeah,
And then of course
and then
Rochester losing Andrew and Braxton, that's a huge hit.
and Braden too.
And Braden, how could I forget about Braden Booth? Yeah, the wheelchair. But they still have their goalie, still got
Yep,
Leah, they've still got Cooper.
yep.
We'll see how they do. They lost to Minneapolis 5-1, which also makes this really hard to rank
Better than
because St. Paul
you know
Humboldt
what's
lost.
funny to me?
Yeah,
I get Minneapolis had like a really stacked team last year, but they lost 11-0 last year to them with Andrew Braxton and Braden, who we just mentioned, by the way.
yep.
They lost 11-0. They lose 3 of them, and then they lose 5-1.
Well, to be fair, in the state championship game, when it all really matters, They only lost
Yeah.
5-4.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
That was an amazing
What I
game.
remember.
It was an amazing game. But yeah, that whole dynamic just made the 8-4 really hard to rank. But let's move on to the third ranked South Suburban Flyers. We have South Suburban at number 3, which may sound odd because in late years, in the years that me and Reese played, South Suburban was never great.
I don't even think they had a soccer team until just
Last year they went 0-7 in soccer.
Yeah, and they had one my 7th grade year, which was way before COVID, which feels like forever ago now.
Yeah. So yeah, South Suburban had a really good showing against, well, Humboldt. 8-2 win.
8-1.
Oh, 8-1 was it? Okay, my bad. 8-1.
Yeah.
My fault.
But the website is just decided to take an absolute dookie and just what in the world am I looking at?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the website says the score was .400. Not quite sure what that means.
No, it just says -0.
Oh, does it say -0?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, the website's a bit screwed up when it comes to specifically St. Paul Humboldt.
And Minneapolis too, I feel like.
Well,
or is it just Humboldt?
I'm pretty sure it's just Humboldt.
It might just be Humboldt.
Either way, South Suburban, they had a really good showing. Can they keep it up? Honestly, with how they've been in these past years, I actually hope they can keep it up. Anyway, second ranked right now, we've got the Park Center Pirates. Park Maple Grove Osseo obviously still has a really good team. They beat Anoka 6-0. And, I mean, yeah, they've still got Ben. They've still got Evan.
They have Lincoln now, which they didn't have.
They have Lincoln now. That's right. That's a huge addition. Yeah, I think this team is going to be really good. But as of right now, simply because of how badly they lost to Minneapolis last year in the state tournament, what was it, 13-3?
I believe so, yeah.
I think it was 13-3 in the semifinals. And, yeah, I mean, I don't think we can put Park Center at number 1 until they face the Minneapolis South Tigers.
October 20th.
October 20th.
Park Center.
Yeah.
And then they also get South Suburban at home, too.
Oh, wow. So, that's
October
actually big.
29th. That's huge for...
Yeah. Although, again, this all still can change. It's still pretty early in the season. Like, I mean, for all we know, Minneapolis could, like, I don't know, lose to South Suburban or something, and that'll shake up the power rankings.
Well, yeah.
God, if after last year they lose to South Suburban, that would be hilarious. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
That would be really hysterical, and as much as I want it to happen, how are they 0-1? What?
Yeah, they're not 0-1. They
Dude, somebody fire this.
Okay.
The person
let's not go there.
Okay, I'm getting way too.
I understand, but let's
sidetracked here.
Let's not go there yet.
Let's focus on what's at hand and in front of us right now.
Yeah, probably a good idea. But yeah, we do know that Minneapolis beat Humboldt 5-2, but again, that's the number 1 ranked team versus our number 8. So, not a great showing. I was very tempted to move them below Park, but I just can't right now until they face each other or until more results come in. And that's it for the PI division. Anything to add, Reese?
Not that I can think of.
All right.
I mean, Minneapolis, South Suburban, Minneapolis Park, Park, South Suburban, those games might shake up the top 3. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. They could either be really close or one team could just dominate and win like 10-0.
Yeah, it's really up in the air. We're not playing this year, so we won't see them. But yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
interesting how it shapes out, especially in the top three, and then 4 through 8.
Yeah, 4 through 8, I feel like it's just gonna be a bloodbath.
Oh, absolutely. With that, let's move on to the CI division. We've got ranks 18 through 11 here. We're starting out with Columbia Heights at 18th. The Strikers had a terrible showing against the Southern Stars.
Southern Stars.
What was it, 16-1?
Yes.
God, like that. You got a goal. You also let up 16. I feel terrible for them.
They have a other score that's no. Okay.
No, I think
That's
it's just the
only game
16-1.
so far.
And yeah, after a 16-1 loss, I just couldn't put them any higher than 18th. Dead
At
last.
home too. That's
At
also
home.
very
Ugh.
brutal.
That's just brutal. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, as I was saying, we just can't put them any higher because 16-1 is brutal. At 17th, we've got White Bear Lake. As of right now, we only have one score in. I'm getting a Snapchat notification. I don't know what's going on, but I got a Snapchat notification. Anyways, White Bear Lake, we only know one of their scores. I believe they've played 3 games, but only one of their scores we know. It was against Mounds View Irondale. And it was a 9-1 loss.
Yep.
Not a great showing. They haven't been strong in recent years. Couldn't put them higher. We just couldn't put them any higher. Next up, we've got the CI, Robbinsdale, Hopkins, Mount Westonka Robins. They are also 0-1. They lost 13-0 to the South Suburban Jets, I believe it was.
Yep.
Yeah, there's not much really to say about Robbinsdale. Next up, we've got the Minnetonka-Wayzata Lakers, who they beat. Who did they play?
Robbinsdale.
Oh, it was Robbinsdale. Okay, so never mind. Robbinsdale, it should say 0-2. That is my fault. Yeah, Tonka-Wayzata, they beat Robbinsdale. Problem with that is it's Robbinsdale. And let's be honest, the Robins haven't been great in CI for a while. It was an 11-5 win. I could absolutely see them jumping up a little higher in the short future, in the near future, but who knows. Anoka Hennepin, the Mustangs, they are 0-3. Just today, as we're recording this, earlier today, they had a very tough loss against St. Cloud. 6-5, and St. Cloud got that 6th goal with 17 seconds to go in the second half.
I don't know if I can. Okay, never mind. They got Minnetonka and Centennial on their schedule. They're gonna win at least 2 games. Because originally I don't know if I can see Anoka winning a game in that division because you gotta face Park twice, you gotta face STMA twice, and you gotta face St. Cloud twice.
Yeah. They could absolutely pull off a slight upset against St. Cloud, especially after the performance that we saw earlier today.
After today, 5, yeah.
Yeah, 6-5. As I said, that 6th goal came with 17 seconds to go in the game. So, right now, again, we had to put them at 14th because their record's dragging them down, and what was their other scores?
Besides the 6-5.
Besides 6-5, yeah.
11-1 and 9-2, I believe.
That sounds right. I think
11-1 against Monticello and 9-2 against Park.
Two of the very difficult teams in the CI division. 2 of the toughest teams, but I mean those aren't good showings, so we couldn't put them much higher than this. Anyway, next up, we've got Centennial Spring Lake Park. 0-2.
0-2 with one game that is still not in yet.
Yep, and that would be the White Bear Lake game, correct?
Yes.
Yep. So they are 0-2. They lost to. I know they lost to North Tartan 2-0. What was the other one?
8-1 against Stillwater Matamidi.
8-1 against Stillwater. Okay, so Stillwater, still a pretty good team after all of the senior losses. Yeah, Centennial, I don't have much to say about them. I haven't seen them play. But, yeah. St. Cloud Crush, they are 1-1. They beat Anoka. And they tied North Tartan. Now, I believe they had another game that was not in, correct? St. Cloud?
No. That's the only two games.
Oh, it's the only two. Okay, never mind. So, the draw to North Tartan was it was really fitting. It's really telling, I should say, not fitting. My bad. Yeah. Again, just not much to say. St. Cloud, they've been a really good team in the past, but they lost two of their two really good players, and yeah, not much you can do. And then rounding out 18 through 11 on the rankings, we've got the Mounds View, Irondale, Roseville Rams. I love the Rams, obviously. My cousin's on the team. And I got to see one of their games against North Tartan. It was a 3-3 draw. Obviously, their win was against White Bear Lake, but their other game was against North Tartan, and it was a 3-3 draw. And although there was a disallowed goal for Mounds View, that would have made it a 4-3 win, but it was disallowed, so 3-3. I gotta say, I think North Tartan played an overall better game than Mounds View did. It was on the Mounds View half of the court for at least 2/3 of the game, I would say.
Okay.
And Mounds View has some really good defense and a couple of really good players, but unfortunately, I don't think that offense is up to snuff. While North Tartan has pretty good all around. That's why I decided to put Mounds View, Irondale, Roseville at 11th, and North Tartan at 10th. So here's 10 through 6. We've got North Tartan at 10th, as I just said. 2 draws, St. Cloud and Mounds View, Irondale, Roseville. 1 win against Centennial. That was a 2-0 win. Pretty good showing.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about North Tartan. They seem to have a really good team, but yeah, we'll see how they do against Stillwater Matamidi, because they're in the same mini conference, and yeah, I've got Stillwater Matamidi at 8. But before we get to 8, let's go with the Southern Stars. The Chanhassen, Chaska, Shakopee, Prior Lake Southern Stars.
There's a reason why we just call them the Southern Stars, because saying that is too long. And
Absolutely.
not because we're lazy, it's just too long.
Well, we are lazy as well, but, you know, it's mostly because it's too long. Anyways, Southern Stars, they're 1-1. They beat Columbia Heights 16-1, which is a great showing, but it's against Columbia Heights. And their one loss, I know they had a loss, it was to Lakeville-Burnsville, right? Lakeville-Burnsville-Farmington?
Yes.
Blazing Cats,
Yep. 5-2.
5-2. Which is actually a pretty good showing against the Blazing Cats. I'm just a bit hesitant to move them up because, well, I mean, they're in a very weak division. Because I'm pretty sure their division, what is it? It's Tonka, Wayzata, Robbinsdale,
Minnetonka, Columbia Heights,
and Robbinsdale.
That's it. Yeah, Robbinsdale too.
So,
Because South Suburban's in the east with South Wash, Lakeville, Dakota United and Johnson, right?
Yep. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just hesitant to move them up because they are in a pretty weak division. So they're sitting steady at 9 for now. Number 8, we've got Stillwater Matamidi. Currently top of the, Northeast?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're currently on top of the Northeast. 1-1 record. Plus
With
a game.
one game that is unknown.
Yeah, because White Bear Lake hasn't posted anything. So, yeah, I mean, Stillwater Matamidi, they lost a game to STMA, I believe it was, 4-1.
Correct.
And
it's weird because it's in for STMA but not for Stillwater.
That is weird. Huh. Yeah, well, either way, we know the score 4-1. STMA won it, which is a great showing for both teams, honestly. Because STMA showed that it can beat a former Southern team. Obviously, Stillwater was in the South last year. While Stillwater Matamidi proved that they can still run with the top dogs. So, yeah. At number 7, we've got St. Paul Johnson. Now, I feel really bad for St. Paul Johnson. They are in such a tough division.
Yeah,
Easily.
I just don't see them winning a game.
Easily the hardest schedule in the entire CI division. Easily toughest schedule.
Maybe they'll sneak one out against maybe they'll catch someone on an off day and they'll end up winning or something.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Let's see who's in their division. You've got South Washington, you've got Dakota United, you've got Lakeville-Burnsville-Farmington, and South Suburban.
Yeah.
Which, if you haven't noticed yet, none of those teams have been talked about yet. And we're at 7th ranked. So, yes, they're 0-2, but they've shown they can run with the top dogs. 5-2 against Lakeville-Burnsville-Farmington, and
5-2 against Lakeville, and then 4-1, I believe.
Yep, 4-1. 4-1 against Dakota United. That won't be on the Minnesota Adapted website, I believe, but it's
not,
on.
But I posted it on my Instagram account, and I believe you posted it on your X, right?
Yep. Yeah, I found it through St. Paul Schools. They've got a whole schedule running, and yeah, it's really nice because they normally have the results before the Adapted Athletics website does, which is hilarious. Anyways.
That is pretty funny.
At 6, we've got the Park-MG-Osseo Pirates. They're 1-1. Who did they beat? They beat
Anoka.
And what was it, 9-2, I think is what we said?
Yep.
9-2. Pretty good showing. Obviously, Anoka, not the best team, not the worst team, but yeah, and then a loss just earlier today to STMA-Buffalo-Monticello, 3-2, by the way. What a game. I hear that was an amazing game.
The goalie stood on his head from what I was
Yes.
reading, from saves.
He got a ton of saves. I think it was 29 saves on 30-some shots.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of saves, and I'm well aware because I was a goalie for a while, and I know I made a lot of saves in most of those games. So
32 saves.
Yeah, props to that goalkeeper. 32 saves is a ton. Anyway, let's move on to the top 5 in the CI division, starting with the Dakota Hawks. Dakota's had 2 weak games. It's as simple as that. They've had 2 very weak showings. Let's see, they lost to South Washington 8-2, I think it was.
Let me pull up the... Yep, 8-2.
8-2 against South Washington, which that's not a good showing for your first game, especially.
Yeah.
And also, and then they beat St. Paul Johnson 4-1.
Yep.
But for defending champions, which is what Dakota is. You got to remember, they are the defending champions.
Yeah.
It's just not the same. It's not the same Dakota. Yeah,
the
they
5-5 tie against South Suburban too.
Oh yeah, they tied South Suburban 5-5.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how they play out throughout the season, but like I feel like if any team can like turn it around, it's them.
Absolutely.
The coaching staff, you and I both know, is incredible.
Oh yeah.
Hands down, probably one of the best in the entire state.
Yep, I fully agree. We love the coaches over in Dakota. Yeah, great coaching, and yeah, I mean, obviously, both of us played for the PI Hawks, and yeah, we root for all teams here, but we were both Hawks, so I think we're both kind of hoping for a little Hawks comeback here.
Yep, but their schedule just doesn't really. Let's see. They got Johnson on October 6th. They got Lakeville-Burnsville-Farmington on the 8th. South Washington, Southern Stars, South Suburban, Lakeville. That's the rest of their schedule.
That's such a tough schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all we've got for the Hawks. Let's go on to another division rival, South Suburban Jets. Sorry for the not great picture here, but it's the best I could do.
South Suburban.
Obviously, they had a 5-5 tie against Dakota. They beat Robbinsdale 13-0.
Yep, and that's it. That's all they've had so far for games-wise and scores.
So, yeah. Obviously, 5-5 tie against Dakota. I'm not sure. Obviously, I wasn't at the game, so I don't know which team really looked like the better team out there. But
it was in South Suburban, so there was. I don't think you were going to that.
Yeah,
anyway.
No. But yeah, I did put South Suburban over Dakota for now because Dakota's had 2 weak showings, and South Suburban kind of just crushed the Robins. So yeah, I put the Jets at 4th. Next up, we're going back up north. Rank 3, we've got the STMA-Buffalo-Monticello Coyotes. Now, I know at the start of the season, we were both hyping this team up. This is a young team. This is a good team. And I think they showed us how good they were by beating Park for the first time in program history today.
Yep. On the road, too. Like
on the road.
Going to the opposing team's gym and just make an absolute statement and prove that you are contenders for now and for the future. What a win. I absolutely love what they're building up there in Buffalo-Monticello STMA. I think the coach seems incredible. Go Yotes.
Go Yotes. I love it. I love it. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Go Yotes indeed. Yeah, I don't think we can overstate just how important that win is for the Yotes.
Mm-hmm.
3-2 over huge rival in Park.
Especially after what I say during the Games of the Week episode, like 18-3 they lost last year.
18-3, yeah.
So that's a bounce back if I've ever seen one.
Absolutely. I will be very interested to see where STMA goes from here in the playoffs and eventually probably onto the state tournament. This team, I have all the hype in the world for this team.
Yep.
Yeah. Next up in second on the power rankings, we've got the Lakeville-Burnsville-Farmington Blazing Cats. Obviously, the Blazing Cats have won 3 of the last 4 state tournaments.
No, I don't want. There we go. Okay. 2-1.
They're 2-1. Yep.
Both wins are 5-2, and then a 4-0 shutout loss on the road at South Washington.
Yeah, South Washington. We'll talk about them in a little bit, but obviously a 5-2 win over South Suburban.
St. Paul Johnson.
St. Paul Johnson was one of the
Southern
S
Stars.
teams. And then, yeah, Southern Stars. I knew that one. So, St. Paul Johnson and then the Southern Stars. Two not so great showings, but I just couldn't drop them below rank 2. This team was, I believe, both of our rank 1 preseason rankings. Because
Yeah, that sounds about right.
they only lost one senior. Yes, it was their goalkeeper, but they only lost one senior. And they made it to the championship game. Obviously, it was a runner-up, but yeah, they won the 3 previous championships before last year. Let's see, that would be 2021, 22, and 23. So, yeah, the Blazing Cats. I think this team can absolutely make a bounce back, but will they is the question.
They have another goalie who is a sophomore, so they're going to be set net for the next 2 or 3
few years. Yep. Yeah, that's good to hear for them. And finally, we have reached our CI rank number 1 South Washington Thunderbolts. Huge win over Lakeville-Burnsville-Farmington 4-0. They had a couple other games too, no?
Yeah. The 8-2 against the defending champs.
Oh yeah, 8-2 over the defending champs.
And that's it. Yeah, that's it.
I think a lot of people had the defending champs Dakota United and then Lakeville-Burnsville-Farmington in their 1 and 2 preseason rankings, and South Washington rather just topped both of them in pretty dominant fashion, 8-2 and then 4-0. That's huge. Right now, this Thunderbolts team is rolling. They are striking, and they are striking hard. This Thunderbolts team is a force to be reckoned with. Dare I say they are electric.
How did they finish in state last year? Did they bow out in the consolation?
I know they made the consolation final. I think they lost the consolation final to Stillwater. I want to say it was a 6-3 game.
That sounds about right. Okay, yeah. I'm just looking at the day 2 recap.
Yeah.
Championship game, Dakota United over Burnsville 3-0. Third place, 8-5, lost to Stillwater.
Oh, it was 8-5. Wow.
Final.
So there you go. I mean, they lost consolation final last year, and now they are currently strolling through the CI division with almost ease. I mean, 4-0 and then 8-2. Those are 2 very good results against 2 very good teams. 2 teams in the top 5. So,
I think it's those 3 names that are mentioned right here in the summary: Brett Whedon, Jordan D, and then Logan Curtis.
yeah, there you go. Wasn't Curtis a senior, though? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
Probably thinking of somebody else.
Probably thinking of somebody else. Hang on, I'm getting the program up now.
I am also doing that.
Okay, awesome. Let's see here. South Washington. Logan Curtis. Oh, he was an 11th grader. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
There you go. Just got a year left of Curtis, who. Yeah, and what were the other names?
Brett Whedon.
He was also an 11th grader last year.
Number 6.
Also an 11th grader. So those are 3 seniors. But right now we're in the present.
This year.
And the time is for the Thunderbolts to strike.
Time is definitely to win now.
Absolutely a win now mode, yep.
You're also losing 4 other players who are seniors this year for next year, who are also probably key contributors to that team.
that is a huge senior class this year. So yeah, stakes are high for the Thunderbolts, but as of right now, it's looking like they can pull it off. Contact info, again, if you need to contact me about anything, everythingminnesotaadapted@gmail.com, or on X at allminnesotaadapted. You can contact Reese at northstaradapted on Instagram. And yeah, before we end the video, do you have anything else to add about anything before?
I'm just trying to see recaps. I mean, not that I can really think of, to be honest with you. I mean, best of luck to all teams. I'm not
Absolutely.
gonna homer one certain team, even though I feel like I kind of did with STMA-Buffalo-Monticello, but like,
Yeah.
feeding the giant in the north for the first time, that's a huge deal.
Absolutely. I fully agree with that. Huge
Especially
deal
after
in
getting
the north. And, yeah,
losing 18-3 last year, which is just crazy.
an absolute, yeah, that's crazy loss. But anyway, thank you all for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter. Go ahead and follow Reese on Instagram at NorthstarAdapted. And yeah, we'll see you on Monday for the games of the week.
Sunday.
Well, we'll record on Sunday, but the video goes live on Monday.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thanks for watching. See you on Monday. Goodbye.